Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from North Mantis School. My name is Sifu Bryan. I'm North Mantis Kung Fu teacher with 30 years experience. Let's get straight to my weekly quote. It is the 30th of October 2020. Let's get straight to my quote. Truth is treason in the empire of lies. George Oswell. Most definitely a fantastic quote. You know, in the midst of all the information we're getting off the news and basically a whole lot of lies, and you could kind of see that with a lie it's so inconsistent, and these scientists and these doctors and politicians, they all lie. It's blatant, but the truth is very consistent, very consistent. And from my research into what they've been saying about this free tier system, and it's all nonsense, you know, all BS. But let's look at what I've researched this week, because the good thing about the lockdown is that I've got a chance to research. So thank you very much, Boris. You red pilled me. Absolutely alert. Now you've got to remember, as a martial art teacher, kung fu teachers, we're not just fighters. We read. Yeah? We're philosophers. We look into history. We There's so many things we do. We're not just fighters. All right, so let's see what I've found on my research. So, on my research, now, do you remember Africa? Yeah? The media's gone very quiet on it, haven't they? I wonder why. Because they thought Africa would be overwhelmed with this thing. And you hardly hear any conversation about Africa. Yeah? The continent where people gather in villages and hundreds and thousands of people all together. Yet they were expecting Africa to be devastated, and it wasn't. And they were so puzzled, the deep state, sorry, the scientists, I should say, but the deep state. All right, they were so puzzled and scratching their head, thinking, oh gosh, you know, how did the Africans get away? You know, but from research here, it's just saying that where are we? It says here that 631 people were infected, and fewer than 1,500 people died of COVID. And that figure is puzzling them, absolutely puzzling the deep state and so forth. But what they're not telling you is that they were using that medicine. I could just about say the word hydroxychloroquine. They were using it, but obviously they don't want us to know about it, even though it's got a 60 years safety record. So you know, just putting it out there, you know, but I've got to be careful because censorship and all that, you know. But yeah, but truth is truth, you know. Truth is truth, you know. 60 years history this medicine has, you know, and it works, and it's working in Africa, the place where it should have wiped out a lot of them with the way they're going on with this so-called disease. And but again, going back to this quote, truth is treason in the empire of lies. I love this quote. You're going to hear me probably quote a few times today, but anyway, let's go on. So a governor of South Dakota in the United States of America. Now, they didn't lock down. Now, what they're not telling you in the United States is that not all these states locked down. South Dakota did not lock down, and guess what? They're getting along fine. They were allowed to be free. They're allowed to make their own choices, their own decisions, and they've been fine. They didn't have a shutdown. They didn't shut down the entire state. Um, and yeah, um, and there were some other states I've been told that didn't shut down either. Now, it shows that freedom works, even in this so-called pandemic. Like I said, some other states, like Florida, got rid of their masks. And guess what? There were no spikes. No spikes in cases, but they don't talk about that. They don't talk about that. And do you remember a country called Sweden? Even a country called Tehran. Even a country called Belarus. These countries did not lock down. But the media says nothing about these countries because it doesn't go with the picture they're painting us, or they want us to believe in. Yeah, but let me go back to this quote again. Truth is treason in the empire of lies. But anyway, Sweden, Taiwan, Belarus did the same thing. They did not have a mandatory wearing of masks, keeping off distances, and they are doing better than ever. And it just goes to shows to tell you everything they have been doing has been fake, false, and phony. Another thing too, with this, there's no science between what they've been telling us with the mask. There's no evidence, no proof. There's no science between the distancing, no evidence or proof. They've been asked on an abundance of occasions by scientists, doctors, send them the proof because they have proof it doesn't work. And with this, for instance, if you were told to go into a radiation room and they said, here you go, here's a jacket, and yeah, don't worry, you'll be fine wearing this jacket in a radiation room, would you go into that room? Or would you say, hold on, are you sure this is going to work? Wouldn't you ask the question, have you got proof it works? Is there any science this normal jacket will work in a radiation room? Would you go in there? It's the same thing as putting on a cloth around your face. No, where's the evidence? Where's the scientific proof these things work? We would ask for proof, of course. Yeah, I'm sure a person would actually walk in here with a jacket in a radiation room, but more through them. But anyway, what else is there? What else is there? But yeah, proof has been asked for, and they've not given it because they can't. They can't prove that that these things work. There's no science behind it, none at all. Now, a court in Madrid rejected lockdown measures. A judge says it goes against basic freedom. So that was fantastic. But then I heard the government overruled the judge by using their special extra powers. Unbelievable. So the judge knows the law, but the government overruled them. So they know the law better than the judge now. Criminal. And they used those extra powers. That's why there was such a backlash to this government in the UK about wanting to extend the coronavirus act, and they still got away with it. They still got away with it, and that's going to be lethal for the people in jobs and so forth. Anyway, what else is there? Now, also, President Trump, he is backing an initiative. Where are we? The Trump administration has gotten behind the Great Barrington Declaration. I don't know if you've heard about this, but the Barrington Declaration is a petition that has been signed by 10,000 of some of the world leading scientists, experts, and epidemiologists, and they have all said that they should not really be doing this. These draconian measures, we really shouldn't be doing this. We should be adopting a completely different strategy, like Sweden, Japan, Belarus, Taiwan. Things are open, lives are saved, businesses are saved, jobs are saved, homes are saved. But again, the media don't want us to remember that these countries did not lock down. But do a bit of research yourself. Look up the Great Barrington Declaration. Yeah, it's big. If they get through that, that's going to be massive. I heard there's a businessman in the UK that's going to take the UK government to court. I think it's going to happen on Thursday now. I've been told. So that's going to be something to look out for. So there is people trying to do things. There's lawyers come together now. There are doctors come together now all around the world. They like us to believe that everyone is in agreement. You know, the fake media on the BBC and the IT, they're so fake. There's so many people that disagree and that have come out. Lord Sumption, ex-justice, many people. But because the media have control of what we see and hear, but they forgot about the internet. They forgot about that. Also, I'm going to leave a link down below of when the WHO downgraded this so-called pandemic, and they downgraded it to nothing normal down the cold. They downgraded it on the 19th of March. I'll leave the link down below. I've done it on my other videos, and also you can see for yourself. So they downgraded it back on the 19th of March. Deaths were plummeting downwards. And then Boris Johnson came with all these draconian measures afterwards. Does that make sense? Things are going down the curve. Remember, flattening of the curve? And now he's brought in even more restrictions on people's life. He's destroying the self-employed, which we said this is what they wanted to do. It was not a conspiracy theory. It's fact. And he's destroying the industry. I feel sorry for the people, you know. These guys are criminals. I'm sorry, they're criminals. Their advisors are criminals. Show us the evidence, show us the science that supports what you're saying is true. Now they're using cases to support their nonsense. And they're using a test, a PCR test that has been proven isn't appropriate. It picks up codes of, like, if you had it 6 months ago, it will pick up the dead fragments, which doesn't harm you and it doesn't harm anyone else. So all these cases they're picking up is dead fragments, and they said 84 to 95% of this PCR test will bring up a false positive, and you're using this to as your tool. Now, if I know this, surely the government will know this. Surely, you know, their advisors would know this, because the scientists around the world definitely know this. If you just do a little bit of research on the internet, you'll see it there. So, but again, let me go on to this quote. Truth is treason in the empire of lies. Yeah, we've got to wake up, and you've got to remember you are a sovereign being. They cannot just take away your right to breathe, your right to socialize, your right to be a human being. At the moment, they're taking away privileges and they're giving us little privileges as a, like, oh, you've been a good little boy and a good little girl, so we're going to give you back maybe that you could see your parents. They've got no rights and they're overstepping their authority. They work for us, not the other way around. And if they continue with this, then we have to look at other laws like malfeasance, which brings a 10-year sentence to people that have abused their office, people that are in public service, doctors, lawyers, police officers, whoever are in public service can be brought to task. And there are judges, even some, and lawyers and doctors that are now getting together to put up some sort of resistance against what's going on. So guys, stay strong, stay blessed. We are all blessed. We are healthy, beautiful beings. Love is the key. Let's embrace the positives, and let's show that we are loving and that we're not going to fight amongst each other. Yeah, let's join together as one family. Yeah, the human family on this planet, and let these other people, well, let's see, but these people that govern the planet, we've had enough. Yeah, the human beings on this planet has had enough. I'm not sure if they're even human. I don't think they are. You don't plonk on your own planet if you're human. So to the human beings on this planet, let's keep up the positive energy so much as possible, and give someone a smile on the street. You know, you see somebody, give them a smile. You know, give them a hello. Yeah, let's not lose our ability to be human, because that's what they want, the mass. Yeah, no expressions on your faces. It's so unhuman and unnecessary. The evidence has shown it's unnecessary. So guys, on that note, take care, stay blessed, and I'll catch you guys next week.